Okay, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Topic today, we are going to discuss about taking a blood sample. So, this topic today. So, for this first one, this one have to match and fill. Yeah, we can see from the picture and the action they are doing it. Jadi teman-teman kita lihat ini ya, apa urutan mengambil darah dengan penomorannya nih ya. Contohnya number satu itu di gambar A itu apa aja ya. Oke, so we are going to try to match ya. So antiseptic wipe. So which one antiseptic wipe? That's right. It's number three ya. We see number three antiseptic wipe. B, cotton ball. Cotton ball, which one? In the F ya, number seven. Needle. Needle is in number two, picture A ya. Lihat gambar A, teman-teman. Ini nomor dua itu needle. Plaster, where is it plaster? Plaster is in number six ya. E, number six. Picture E, number six. Specimen tube. Ya. Specimen tube is in number, where is it? Specimen tube. Number D ya. D5. And syringe. Syringe itu C, number four ya. And tourniquet. Tourniquet is A, number one. Ya. Jadi itu jawabannya teman-teman ya, matchnya. Oke, we carry on with the blank one ya. Ini lanjut teman-teman terkait dengan yang di apa yang kosongnya. The instructor instructionnya complete this instruction for taking blood sample with the word in one. Ya. Contohnya ini I ya, number one itu apa teman-teman? Put a apa atau an over the cotton ball and check it patient feel okay. Put a plaster ya over the cotton ball. Jadi number one is plaster. Number two, pull out the needle and put apa? Put a atau an cotton ball onto the wound. Press hard. Ya, itu jadi number two is cotton ball. Number three, ask the patient to roll up their sleeve ya and use a apa? Antiseptic wave ya, antiseptic wave to clean the patient arm. Ya, wipes. Write the patient full name and DOB itu date of birth on the apa teman-teman? Specimen tube ya. Jadi kita tulis nama full name-nya dengan data lahirnya di specimen tube. Five. Tie apa teman-teman? Tie the tourniquet ya. Tie itu diikatkan ya, tourniquet tightly around the patient upper arm and insert the needle. Insert the needle into the vein. So number five, tie the tourniquet tightly around the patient upper arm and insert the needle into the vein. Use the apa teman-teman? Use the to fill the tube with blood. Use the syringe ya. Use the syringe to fill the tube with blood. Ya. Nah, kemudian teman-teman ini apa namanya jawabannya ya. Oke, ini work in pair, jadi teman-teman bisa berdua ya. Put the word in one until six in the correct order to make a sentence. Jadi teman-teman ini harus buat kalimat. Ini word order. Jadi kalimatnya kan belum dibetulkan ya, jadi harus dibetulin. Yang mana coba? Number one, try. Apa teman-teman? Please, please roll up your sleeve for me ya. Please roll up your sleeve for me. Number two, anyone is going to try? Number two, let me apa everyone? Let me Apa? Let me apa? Let me disinfect your arm first. Ya. Let me disinfect, sorry, your arm first. Number 3. Let me tie the tourniquet around your arm. Ya. Let me tie the tourniquet around your arm. That's number 3. Number 4. Try. Just guess. Or try, you can guess as well. Coba dan juga bisa menerka. Apa teman-teman? Number 4. You will feel small pinprick. Ya. You will feel small pinprick. Number 5. Number 5. Hold this cotton ball to your arm. Ya. Hold this cotton ball to your arm. Jadi teman-teman nanti coba dibaca ya apa namanya pronunciation ya. Number 6, the last one. Press hard for a minute. Sorry. Press hard for a minute and bend your arm. Ya, nanti teman-teman coba di pronunciation ya, latihan ya. Contohnya number 1 tadi ya. Please roll up your sleeve for me. Let me disinfect ya your arm. Number 3, let me tie the tourniquet around your arm. Number 4, you will feel a small pinprick. Ya. Repeat everyone ya. Hold this cotton ball to your arm. Press hard for a minute and bend your arm. Itu ya. Any question? Ada pertanyaan dulu? Okay, carry on. Oke, number 13 is listening, everyone. Ya. Jadi ini teman-teman harus dengerin nanti. Kemudian kan ada yang namanya itu ada pertanyaan yang di italiknya tuh. Itu harus dipilih which one is the best answer. Ya, the right. Teman-teman tinggal tinggal dilingkarin atau di garis bawah ya. Itu yang itu ya. Kita dengerin dulu listeningnya ya. Teman-teman harus fokus ya. Oke, hang on. Oke, dengerin ya, everyone.
Test, Alessandro?
Yes, it is. And I really don't like blood.
Okay, well, let's go step by step. Please roll up your sleeve for me. Let me disinfect your arm first. Now...
Oke, teman-teman, I'm sorry to interrupt. Nanti teman-teman lihat di PPT-nya, kemudian jawabannya dengerin dari sini ya. Jadi lihat PPT-nya terkait dengan apa namanya, apa yang dilakukan tadi ya. Jadi teman-teman, saya Bapak ulangi lagi ya. Jadi teman-teman lihat di sini di PPT-nya. Nah, PPT ini teman-teman ya, PPT-nya kalau udah punya. Ini lihat dulu kan ini number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, itu harus diisi. Nah, isinya dari mana? Teman-teman dengerin dulu. Ya, we repeat again ya, kita ulang lagi. Teman-teman dengerin dulu terus isi. Oke?
Let me tie the tourniquet round your arm.
Yeah, repeat again.
Look. Oh, yes. A skin rash. My best friend, Kelly, she has
This
spots
one.
too.
Yeah, just wait.
Does she? Miss Quinn, does Isabel have any other symptoms?
She's got a bit of a fever and cold symptoms. Runny nose, you know.
Right. OK then, Isabel. Let's have another look at that rash.
Okay, we start from now, everyone. Just
Unit 2.
listening.
Recording
Listen
13.
carefully.
Is this your first blood test, Alessandro?
Yes, it is. And I really don't like blood.
Okay, well, let's go step by step. Please roll up your sleeve for me. Let me disinfect your arm first. Now let me tie the tourniquet round your arm. Okay. Now you'll feel a small pinprick.
Oh, that's tight.
It won't take long. Now turn your head to the window. What can you see?
I see a school. There are lots of children. A teacher, I think.
Yes. Now, I just need a minute to change the specimen tube.
Uh-oh. I feel really dizzy.
That's okay. Now, hold this cotton ball to your arm. Press hard for a minute and bend your arm. Yes, that's right. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. Good.
I don't like this.
Keep breathing. It's done now. Now for the plaster, and I'll send this to the lab.
I don't feel so good.
Here's some juice. That will help your dizziness.
Thanks.
Just relax. How do you feel now?
Much better. I feel much, much better.
Okay. So we back to the PowerPoint, everyone. So we have to fill it. Which one the best answer? Teman-teman, kita balik lagi ke ini, dan ini kita cek ya. Okay, anyone is going to try for number one? This one, Alessandro, that's the patient name. Doesn't like apa tadi ya, teman-teman? Doesn't like apa? You can choose needle, blood, or pain. Doesn't like blood tadi ya, doesn't like the blood. Number two, the nurse asks Alessandro to apa ini teman-teman? Apa tadi disuruhnya? Ya, the nurse asks Alessandro to look out of the window. Tadi kan disuruh melihat keluar. Terus Alessandro bilang ada student, ada teacher katanya ya. Why gitu ya. Number three, Alessandro feel apa teman-teman? Cold, dizzy, or tired. Tadi dibilangnya I feel dizzy. So number three is dizzy. Number four, the nurse give Alessandro apa tadi teman-teman? Some juice, cookie, cup of coffee, or why? Diberikan some juice. Tadi ya isinya dari some juice teman-teman ya. Okay, next, this one. Listen again for uh, uh, listening 14. Ya, you can put listen and complete this sentence. Jadi teman-teman nanti isi ininya ya. Kemudian yang lupa nomor 12 tuh. Does the nurse sound reassuring? Ya, circle yes or no. Jadi apakah dia memastikan ya dari pronunciation-nya. Jadi dari ucapannya dengerinnya nanti ya. Oke, ready? Oke, I will play for the listening. Hang on. Yeah, listen everyone carefully.
Unit 2. Recording 14. 1. If you feel faint, let me know. 2. If you feel weak, tell me. 3. If you feel nauseous, let me know. 4. If you feel hot, tell me.
Okay,
Unit 3.
that's it everyone. Yeah, I think later on you can repeat again. Yeah, you can repeat many times. You can try to repeat it. Oke, we back to the PowerPoint everyone. Kembali lagi ke sini ya teman-teman. Nah ini tadi apa? Number one. Coba ada yang mau coba? Apa yang dibilang tadi? If you feel apa? If you feel pain, cina ya, let me know pain. Ya. Nah itu teman-teman dari kata-katanya apa itu? Ya, apakah dia reassuring? Ya, If- if- jadi dia memberikan dorongan gitu ya dengan itu. Itu you can uh, circle yes, digulatin yesnya. Atau no? So number one is yes. Ya, jadi dari pronunciation-nya tadi dari kata-kata. Number two, apa tadi if you feel apa? If you feel weak, katanya tell me, ya. Tapi dari sound suaranya itu no, ya. Jadi berbeda intonasinya. Number three, apa tadi? If you feel apa? If you feel nauseous, ya nausea, ya. If you feel nausea, let me know. Nah itu juga tadi no, ya. Number four, the last one. If you feel hot, ya tell me. Tapi kata-katanya tadi reassure, ya, reassuring, ya. paying attention. Jadi dia yes ya. So number one is pain, number two is weak, number three is nauseous, number four is hot. Gitu ya pertanyaan. Number one is yes, number two no, number three no, number four is yes. Gitu ya teman-teman. Any question? Ada pertanyaan dulu nggak? Oke, we carry on. Lanjut ya. Nah ini tugasnya teman-teman ini latihanlah dengan temennya ya terkait dengan aktivitas ini. Dibilangnya ini apa? Yang satu sebagai eh, student apa namanya eh, orang ya. Imagine you are one of the people in one until four below. Student B, you are a nurse dan student A berarti pasiennya ya. Student A-nya sebagai pasien, student B-nya sebagai perawat ya. Bapak kasih contoh dulu ini ya, mana ya? Aisa number three ya. Aisa is 8 year old and she doesn't like needle. She's very good at math, but hate English. Her best friend is Jake and they love playing with together ya, playing with together. Oke. Berarti teman-teman bagaimana cara ininya ya? Teman-teman ekspresinya dalam role play terkait dengan pengambilan darah. Ini anak kecil berarti ya. 8 years old, kemudian dia bagus dalam matematik. Ya tapi benci bahasa Inggris. Her best friend Jack and they love flying too. Jadi gimana nih caranya? Jadi teman-teman bisa aja nih ya tadi. Oke, contohnya Aisyah, kita kenalin Aisyah, I'm friend of your mom. Contoh, I'm a nurse here. Ya, bisa seperti itu. Uh, I'm going to check your blood, just small one. We can say like that. And then we can, okay, maybe she said yes, or she said I don't like it. So if something like that, teman-teman bisa ajak orang tuanya, ya, ibunya, dengan ibunya mungkin dideketin, atau juga karena kesan seperti ini kita ajak temennya tuh Jack ya. Jack, would you mind to come here and then play together with Aisyah while we are going to just take small blood? Ya, we can say like that. Kemudian apa? Tadi bisa ya. Mungkin kita kasih hitungan kalau ngambil di tangan yang kiri kan dia bisa nulis tuh. Oke, we can say to Aisyah, Aisyah, we know that you are good in math. Would you mind to finish this math now? And then I'm going to touch your hand. I'm take some small blood, something like that. Jadi dia disturb nanti ya. Fokusnya ke mengerjakan matematik, tapi kita bisa ngambil darah. Nah, seperti itu ya. Jadi aktivitas ini teman-teman coba bikin conversation ya. Ini kan belum tuh nomor satu, 2, 3, 4 boleh sama ya. Salah satu aja nanti teman-teman eh, bikin narasi ya atau conversation antara perawat dengan kasus di sini ya. Dua orang. Ya bikin aja tulisan lah, tulisan pendek bagaimana mengambil darah dengan kasusnya seperti ini ya. Nomor satu kan kasusnya apa ini Mrs. Anita doesn't like blood and she sometimes feel dizzy. She has three grandchildren and she like to talk about them a lot. Jadi teman-teman kan bagaimana kan dia nggak suka darah tuh. Berarti teman-teman nanti ajak ngobrol sambil ajak ngobrol tentang cucunya atau grandchildrennya. Nah dia kan sambil ngobrol kita ngambil darah. Seperti ini ya. Clear teman-teman? Clear ya. Ada yang ditanyakan dulu nggak sebelum lanjut? Oke, kalau kita lanjut ya. Nah, ini teman-teman kita lanjut ya. Ini vocabulary terkait dengan complete the text using the word below. Use your dictionary. Jadi teman-teman bisa pakai apa namanya dictionary ya atau kamus ya. Nah, everyone would you mind to repeat after me ya. Ini tentang pronunciation ya, vocabulary. Slide, drop, microscope, syringe, vein, test tube, pipette. Oke, kita sekarang, oke ya teman-teman nanti ulang lagi. Ini sekarang kita memasukkan ini apa isinya nih ya. Use a bla 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 to take some blood from a in the patient arm. Nah, apa isinya teman-teman? Use apa? Use a syringe ya to take some blood from vein ya, vein in the patient arm. And number 2 is fine. Put the blood into a apa? Put blood, a test tube ya. Put the blood into test tube, then use apa teman-teman? Use pipette ya. Use pipette to put a apa? Drop ya, drop of the blood onto apa teman-teman? Blood jadi kemana? Blood onto slide ya, number 6 slide. Examine it under a microscope ya. What do you see? Gitu ya teman-teman ya. So number 1 is use a syringe to take some blood from a vein in the patient arm. Put the blood into a test tube, then use a apa teman? Then use a pipette ya to put a drop of the blood onto apa teman? Onto slide. Examine it under a microscope. What do you see? Gitu ya. Kita dengerin listeningnya ya. Listening number one ya. Number one. Teman-teman nanti dengerin, kemudian jawab ini listening one, ya number one and number two. Number two, which blood type is most useful for emergency, gitu ya. Kemudian ini tadi kan dicek tentang blood itu seperti apa. Nah, dengerin dulu ya. Oke. Kita tutup dulu ini. Gimana tuh? And this one. Hang on. Okay, which one is it? Just hang on. Okay, it's getting now, everyone. So, jadi teman-teman fokus nanti ya terkait dengan listeningnya, kemudian isi, jangan lupa di PPT yang tadi tunjukkan isinya ya. Oke, kita setel ininya. Dengerin ya teman-teman.
She eats the
Listen
same as
carefully.
everyone else, and she doesn't
Not
think
yet.
her weight loss is abnormal. However, she does say she has difficulty sleeping and is losing her hair, and she has also stopped having periods.
Ya, listen carefully. Dengerin ya.
Unit 9. Listening 1. Blood types.
I want to show you what happens if you mix the wrong types of blood. Now, in front of you, you've got test tubes with different types of blood in them. The blood in one test tube is type A. Now, who can receive blood type A?
A patient with blood type AB.
Right. So AB can receive type A. But can B receive A? What happens if you give type A to type B? Now, there's some type B blood in the second test tube. If you add a drop of type A, you'll see how they react together. Now, put a drop of the blood on a slide and look at it through the microscope.
The red blood cells are joining together.
Yes, that's right. We call that clumping. Now, the blood stops moving if the red cells clump. And of course, if the blood stops moving, the patient dies. Now, if we put a little of blood type O into more type A, we'll see the difference. And what do you see now?
The red blood cells are moving. The blood looks okay.
Right. You can give type O blood to all the other blood types. So, if we have an emergency, we usually use type O. It's the universal donor.
Okay, everyone. Okay, we back to the slide ya, the PowerPoint. Okay. So listening ya, blood type. So number one, listen to some students learning about how different blood type mix together, which two blood type are mixed together in each picture. Jadi yang picture yang pertama itu kira-kira kan to join together atau clamping itu darah apa tadi? Ya, darah apa teman-teman? Jadi kalau darah A dan B dicampur, ya contohnya golongan darah A diberikan B gitu kan, atau golongan darah B diberikan donornya A. Nah itu jadi clamping tuh, clamp ya. Jadi clot gitu ya. Sehingga apa kalau clot tadi akan meninggal kematian. Jadi darahnya tidak akan ngalir ya. Kemudian tadi katanya satu lagi, kalau dia darah A dikasih darah apa tadi? Darah O. Jadi yang B itu tipe darah A, O dan A digabungin itu tidak ada masalah ya. Itu darahnya apa namanya tidak deketan gitu kan, tapi masih kejauhan. Nah itu seperti itu gambarnya ya. Oke, kemudian number two, which blood type in most useful for emergency. Jadi kalau darah yang digunakan untuk blood transfusi darah di saat kasus emergency, berarti darahnya darah apa tadi? Darah? Oh, iya darah O yang itu ya. Oke, next. Nah, ini teman-teman harus diisi nih ya. Nanti repeat after me everyone. Di sini ya, listen, complete this description of complete blood count with the word below ya. Repeat after me ya teman-teman, latihan pronunciation ya. Infection, hemoglobin, clot, white blood cell, platelet, oxygen, red blood cell. Okay. So number one everyone. Wanna try number one? And CBC measure the number of different cells that make up the blood. It look at apa? Red blood cell. Yeah, number one is red blood cell. This take oxygen from the lung to the body tissue and take carbon dioxide away at the same time. The CBC also measure the amount of apa teman-teman? Hemoglobin, yeah, a protein in the cell that carries out oxygen. And look at the size and shape of the cell. Number four, apa teman-teman? Again, so this protect the body against infection. Number five, infection. Number four, white blood cell. Number six. Number six apa teman-teman? Platelet ya. Platelet, this make the blood apa? Clot. Ya, itu jawabannya teman-teman ya. So number one is red blood cell, number two oxygen, number three hemoglobin, number four white blood cell, number five infection, number six platelet and clot. Oke. Kita dengerin lagi ya lanjutannya. Ini lihat number two teman-teman ya. Nanti apa jawabannya ya. Contohnya number one, how does the patient feel? Nah itu harus diisi ya. Dengerin dulu ya. Langsung aja diisi. Okay, listen carefully.
Unit 9. Listening 2. A blood test.
How do you feel?
Tired all the time, really. I never have any energy.
Have you had a blood test before?
No, I haven't, no. How much blood will you take?
Oh, just enough to fill the syringe. Just 5 milliliters. Well, we've got the results of your blood test. As I thought, you are a little bit anemic.
Is that bad?
No, not necessarily. It just means that your red blood cell count is a little on the low side. A normal count is about 4.2 to 5.4 million red blood cells per microliter of blood, and yours was 3.9.
Oh dear. What does that mean?
Don't worry. Anemia is very common in women. If you take iron supplements, your red cell count should soon go up. The cells are normal in size and shape, so that looks good. Your white cells are a little high, but you've just had a sore throat, haven't you?
Yes.
Well, that's just a sign that your body's been fighting the infection. So that's fine. And platelets were normal.
Unit 10.
Okay, so we back to teman-teman tadi isi ya. Back to PowerPoint slide. Okay, from number 1 ya. Anyone want to try to answer the question? Ada yang mau coba jawabannya teman-teman? How does the patient feel when they are going to take the blood? Apa tadi? Tired katanya. How does the patient feel? Tired. Apa tadi teman-teman? Capek ya, lelah gitu ya. How much blood is the nurse going to take? Berapa tadi? 5 mil. Ya, kan diambilnya 5. What problem does the test result solve? Anemic ya, atau anemia ya. Number 4, how many million red blood cell per micrometer ya? Micrometer does it solve? Number 4 tadi normalnya kan 4.2 until 5.4 million ya. Tapi tadi yang pasien itu how many red cell per minute does it show, yang ditunjukkan itu hanya 3.9 million ya per mikroliter ya. Oke, number 5. How can the patient correct the problem? Apa tadi yang dikorek untuk anemia itu? Iron supplement ya, dengan suplemen iron, zat besi ya. Number 6. How is the shape of the red cell? Normal tadi ya. Number 7, how is the patient white blood cell count? Little bit high ya, little bit high. Number 8, how are the her platelet? Pasiennya is normal. Gitu ya teman-teman. And this one is terkait dengan kalimat-kalimat conditional ya. Contohnya ini, we use the zero conditional to talk about what always happen in the particular situation. It is often this is often used to talk about scientific fact. Jadi kalau zero conditional itu terkait dengan sesuatu yang scientific fact, berarti ilmiah. Ya, contohnya ini teman-teman, if you heat the water to 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. Betul kan ya? Jadi kalau kita memanaskan air sampai 100 derajat itu akan boil. Apa boil? Itulah, memanas gitu kan. Ya boil gitu. Apa namanya ya? Ya panas sekali gitu sampai bergejolak, ya. Itu boil ya. Itu untuk zero conditional. Atau satu lagi, when you get pregnant, you put on weight. Kan itu fakta seperti itu ya. When you get pregnant, you put on weight. Itu terkait zero conditional. Ya, sekarang bagaimana the present simple tense ya, use for both part of the sentence. Jadi eh, bisa dengan present tense. Contohnya, what happened to the blood when you take aspirin? Ya, itu. Contoh present tense. Contoh sekarang, we use first conditional to talk about possible future action or situation. Jadi kalau ini first conditional membicarakan sesuatu yang mungkin di masa yang akan datang, ini katakan seperti ini contohnya ya. If you remind me later, I will come and help you. Jadi dia apa namanya, kondisionalnya harus mengingatkan ya baru dia datang. Kemudian, you won't get there on time if you don't hurry. You won't get there on time unless you hurry ya. Kemudian, we don't use will, contohnya won't after if, when atau unless we use the present simple. Jadi kalau menggunakan present simple itu bisa dipakai ya. Nah, itu harus bisa memakai use ya. Contohnya ini, if you go through the swing door, you will see the office on the left ya. Jadi berarti kan ini kata-katanya kan kata-kata present simple. Oke, kita lihat contohnya teman-teman ya. Oke, number 1 nih, ada yang coba complete the question with apa, zero dan first conditional. Apa coba teman-teman? Number 1. Oke, coba ya, coba. If you explain the problem to sister C, apa teman-teman? If you explain the problem to sister C, we'll tell you what to do. When you have anesthetic, nah ini sesuatu yang pasti ya. Jadi apa teman-teman kalau pasti tadi bisa pakai present ya. Present tense tadi berarti zero, sorry yang zero ya. Jadi pakai present tense. Contohnya berarti when you have anesthetic, it stop you feeling pain ya. Kemudian yang ketiga, if you have time this evening, apa teman-teman? I will help you with your homework ya. Kemudian number four, you apa teman-teman number four? You have a fever if your temperature is over 37 point. Jadi itu kan kenyataan ini. Ya berarti zero conditional ya. You have a fever if your temperature is over 37.5. Kemudian if a person brain, apa ini teman-teman? Ini suatu kepastian juga ini. If a person brain does not get oxygen ya. Jadi ini kan jadi harus ada itunya ya. Kata untuk saat ini ya. Jadi does. The person brain does not get oxygen. They apa teman-teman? They will die. Dia akan mati nanti kalau tidak ada oksigen. Number six, the last one. If you apa teman-teman? If you take a sleeping pill before you get to bed, you will sleep well tonight. Jadi ini kalau sesuatu yang benar, yang present tense gunanya. If you take sleeping pill before you go to bed, you will sleep well tonight. Oke, itu everyone. Any question? Ada pertanyaan dulu nggak? Oke, nanti teman-teman bisa bisa eh, videonya kan ini direkam ya. Jadi teman-teman nanti cek ulang rekamannya bolak-balik ya. Kemudian kalau ada yang kelewat tadi isi kembali apa namanya isi kembali eh, PPT-nya yang kosong-kosong ya. Nanti kalau ada pertanyaan atau yang lain bisa ditanyakan di pertemuan berikutnya. Oke. Thank you very much everyone. We'll see you next time. Ya, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.